So it's been a while since I've posted any videos about the camper restoration, because we've had a lot of it done, and we've used the camper and we've enjoyed it. But over time I've developed a leak, and I've got a tarp over the back end. But the leak is in the back bedroom, and it's damaged some of this ceiling. I was happy that we were able to originally save all of the ceiling and put a good coat of Kilz on it and then paint on it, and it looks pretty good, except for the place back here that's now gotten wet. So we are working on taking this ceiling down in this back bedroom. You can see where this is bowed a lot right there, and then the place where we've already taken down was even worse than that. I did attempt to patch the roof with some lap sealant last fall, but I didn't get it everywhere it needed to go, I guess. There's a lot of layers up there, so I think what I'm going to have to do is probably strip all that off and then put lap sealant on all the seams again, or possibly Eternabond. But anyway, for now what we're going to work on is taking this ceiling down. I would be interested in what anyone else has come across when they've done this. This ceiling is basically ceiling and insulation in one. It's thick. As you can see how thick that is. So what I'm going to do is probably put back some 1/4 inch plywood and paint it, but I'll need to put some insulation in there before I do that. So looks like there's a channel up here where I could probably fit some styrofoam insulation in, and probably make it work that way. Looks like there's the aluminum. I guess that's the aluminum roof. Yeah, I suppose so. Not sure why this paper is there, but anyway, so that's what we'll work on. We'll probably just replace this whole bedroom section, so we'll show you the progress as we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is just cut around the edge of this whole thing, and it's kind of a slow process, but good thing I've got a good helper, and we'll go all the way around the edge. There's where the seam is here is interesting. There's a metal kind of a groove. Actually, I don't know if that's metal or not, but that's where that seam piece was. It has a little thing that goes up in the groove, and that's the way it stays in. So that was easy to take out. Oh, there's some screws right here. Should take those out. Okay. Okay, we're taking this one section down. You can see on this side it's still good and solid. It hasn't been damaged over here like it was on the other end. So that's what this thing looks like. It's kind of a dense, I don't know, almost like a paper-like substance. We cut along the edge, but it's still tore up in there, but we can cut that out. So we've gotten this one back section out all the way across to the seam, and the ceiling covering is thick. It's probably at least about an inch thick, I guess, which is insulated. It is insulation, and then up here there's additional insulation. So there's that, which is the covering, the ceiling covering, which is insulated, and then there's a aluminum channel, and then above that there is styrofoam insulation, so it's well insulated, and then there's some fiberglass insulation they've got on this outside for some reason. So it's just interesting how this is put put together. One thing I do like about this is that the frame is aluminum, and even though we had a leak over here, it didn't do any structural damage because it's aluminum frame. So I think when we get the ceiling, the roof patched good, and then the new ceiling in here, we should be in good shape. Alright, so we're taking this ceiling down in sections to make it a little bit easier. So we've got probably 2/3 of it down, and this last part probably won't be too hard. The challenging part is getting that part out from underneath that channel, because that's where the new 1/4" plywood's going to sit back in there. But we can do it. It just takes a little elbow grease. So we're making progress. Okay, so we've gotten all the ceiling down in the back part of the camper in the bedroom area, and there's, as is usually the case, it's worse than it looks on the surface. So looks like there was water probably coming in even farther up than I thought, and where I don't have the tarp, looks like probably. What we're going to do is, since I'm probably going to put some 1/4" plywood that'll rest along this edge all the way around, I'm going to need to put some furring strips between here and there to fasten it to. So I'll probably just put furring strips along each of these aluminum channels. I'll take down that piece right there that was at the seam before, and put furring strips across there. And once I get that all done, just put the 1/4" plywood up there, paint it. I'll have to figure out what to put as a transition here. I might just go back to this seam right here, since there's already a seam there. I might just go back that far with the plywood and use that seam. And I'll want to also figure out what type of insulation. I'll probably just put some styrofoam insulation that will just sit right up in that channel, in between those channels there, and that should be it. So stay tuned, and we will let you see our progress as we go forward. Here's all the gross ceiling that came out. That one piece right there, that tall piece, isn't too bad, but the rest of it is wet and yucky. Where's my helper going? There he goes. This is my son, Serhi, who's been helping me.